Hello, good morning, afternoon, if you're watching the replay. If you are live, welcome. We are here today for our Regent Seven Seas luxury showcase. So we are so excited that you are with us today. We have a special guest with us. We have Randall with us, and he is going to tell you all about Regent. He's going to tell you about the luxury experience, why we love them so much, why they are such good partners with us at Cruise Holidays and Comfort Tours. And he's also going to tell you about a really special group that we're hosting. If you haven't heard about it yet, we call it our Royal Family Trip with Mark and Mimi. They do a very special vacation every year, and next year we'll be on the Baltic with Regent. So we are super excited to learn more about that from Randall today. So I'm going to take it over to you and kind of let you just do your thing.
All right. Well, thank you so much for inviting me in and, being able to connect with as many of you that I can. You guys, like they said, I mean, we're getting back to cruising. We're getting back to, seeing where we're going. And let's have some fun. I'm here to, just tell you about Regent. So without further ado, let's get started. So, Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Again, my name is Randall James. And so, what will cruising look like? Some of our health and safety protocols. So, safety on our ships is, paramount, especially with the pandemic, everything going on. Continuous ship-wide disinfection and daily, we're each one of our cabins are being really fogged in all the suites, public spaces. Upgraded medical grade air filters. They're called the Atmos Air. It's something that came up during the pandemic. Dedicated public health officer. So we have added a staff member on each one of our ships who is a dedicated health officer, and their entire job is to make sure that everything's being, is being done on board our ships. And then we'll change the itinerary if we need to. So if there is a place that has an outbreak, really we're at the mercy of our different ones, each one of the ports. So if we need to, we will change an itinerary. And because we've been in the business, this is going on our 30th year. We have really good relationships with our ground operators, so we're able to change our itineraries pretty quickly. Okay, so for you, there will be a pre-embarkation health screening. So we actually do ask you to go through and check in that you're not, if you haven't felt well in the last week, if you've had COVID, if different things have happened. We do require fully vaccinated employees as well as guests. Also, we are doing a health screening at the pier. When you do get to board the ship, you will take a test, a COVID test. It's a rapid test, so we'll know right away. As well as the check-in process is being divided up so that you do have a check-in time, so not the entire ship is coming all at once. The no-touch food service is ship-wide. That means before, our chef would grab a tomato and go ahead and dice it up. Now they'll have gloves on that they switch so many times. Like I told somebody before, our glove budget's going way up, but it's well worth it to keep you safe. Social distancing throughout, because we do have reduced capacity as well. And then, we're really partnering up, with prevention. That's across the whole cruise industry. Everyone's really doing a great job of making sure that, our guests are all safe. And then for our crew, our staff and crew are also going through checks. They are actually checked at least once a week. And then onboard medical teams and health service, we did enhance that as well. So also personal space, with a maximum of 490 to 750 guests, there is room on board our ships. Social areas, world-class facilities, our free specialty dining, because there are multiple of those, folks really are spreading out, as well as our open seating dining in our Compass Rose, which is our main dining room, large pool deck area, state-of-the-art fitness centers that have multiple machines that actually you can use. And then personalized onboard enrichment, you know, in our theater that holds the entire ship. So, and I really like this slide. It's our 7 Seas Splendor. It shows, you know, versus premium cruise line, and you see where it's circled on the bottom there. For every person on that, it's 100 guests. Because we have 750 versus a premium cruise line where you're looking at 3,046 people. Just in general, you can see, you know, the private balconies that you have, the lead-in square footage of 307 square feet. The ship is bigger in the right places, and that's always a joke that we make. But staff to guest ratio is your 1 to 1.5, so the service is there. And your space ratio. So this is where we're double the size when you actually fill the entire ship. And that is based on the gross tonnage. Personalized service, this is what we hang our hat on. Our onboard staff are just incredible. World-class chefs, maitre d's, sommeliers, attentive wait staff, the people at the lounges. One story I like to tell is we had a past passenger who went about 6 years ago, and by chance got on the ship here in September, and the same bartender was there, and they had a really special drink that they actually had to tell that bartender. Well, that bartender goes, "Oh, I know exactly how to make that, Mrs. Johnson." That's not her real name, but that's what I'm going to say. But they are so great. I don't understand. I feel like they're almost extra human. Every detail is taken care of. They're there to make sure that you're doing well. So what are our inclusions? When we say it's all included, so free business class air on intercontinental flights over the water. You have free economy air, and that's going to be anything domestic here. Unlimited shore excursions. That is as many as you can do within a day. So they are all included. Some folks are able to do 2. Some, you know, can only do the 1 a day. But it is every day, you know, and you can do as many as you can get in. Free one-night free cruise hotel packages in our concierge suites and higher. Unlimited beverages, and that includes your fine wines and premium spirits, includes your sodas, juices, waters, and that is actually throughout 24 hours a day, the whole time. It's not just with meals. So at any point, you're not going to pay for a beverage. Open bars and lounges. In-suite minibar. In your in-suite minibar, you're going to have sodas, you're going to have juices, you're going to have waters, and then we do start with 2 bottles of alcohol of your choosing in the cabin, and then that'll be replenished if you do go through that as well. Any coffees, we have coffee, we have tea, we have those makers within the cabins as well. Prepaid gratuities, we do not allow our folks on board to actually take any kind of gratuity. And because of that, they're not going to be looking for a gratuity. That uncomfortable feeling of somebody with their hand out, at the door or whatever, that will never happen on Regent. They are there to make sure you're great, and they're not expecting anything in return. As I told somebody earlier today, we pay them very well on board for this reason, so they don't have to count on those gratuities to make their money. Especially restaurants are included. They do include. You do have to do a reservation, but they are included in the price. You don't pay any extra for them. Transfer between the airport and ship with our airfare are included. Unlimited Wi-Fi, that's up to 3 devices in our regular cabins. It goes all the way up to 6 devices in our top suites. And a new thing that we actually have just started was the Valet laundry service. This came from just trying to find out what else can we include, what other pains are our guests having on board. And I don't know about you, but I just really don't like to come back from a cruise and have to do all my laundry. Pretty nice to be able to send that out and actually send your laundry out and then have it returned back to you, and now you get to pack clean clothes. Especially with our world travelers, a lot of folks are doing, things after the cruise that are going to be another week, and they were doing the self-service laundrettes on board. No longer. So this is a value comparison that we've put out for multiple years here, but really what this shows you is you know, everything starts, if you look at the cruise fare per person, it starts on the top. We have this for all of our destinations. You know, our Splendor, which is, you know, it starts at $13,599. That's a 12-night. Our cabin's 361 square feet. So we compared that to another luxury line, a 10-night. You know, theirs starts at $7,569. A premium cruise on $5,732. And you can read for yourself. Once you include the business class air, the ground transfers, shore excursions, you got the gratuities, you got the bar drinks and wine, alternative dining, government taxes and fees. And, you know, I always think of like a cash register, you know, with that cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You know, it's amazing the second bill, as I call it, when you're getting off a ship versus the first one. With our fully included, we started at $13,599, but you can see that the other two catch up pretty quickly. And really, if you look at the number of folks that are on board and your spend per day with the 12-night versus 10-night, as well as the 12-night that's on the premium cruise line, I really would stick with 750 people over around 3,000. And we love to show this, and these are updated about every couple months just to make sure that we are in line, and those can be found on our website. So let's talk about our ships. We have the Seven Seas Splendor. The Seven Seas Splendor was actually christened in 2019, went on one cruise, and COVID hit. So this thing is still fresh, still has that fresh ship smell. It started sailing September the 11th, so we were back in the water. We have our Seven Seas Explorer, which is a sister ship. That's 750 guests as well. Both of those are all suite, all balcony. The Explorer actually will start on October the 15th. So by tomorrow, if we're recording this live, or if you hear this, it's probably in the water. Our Seven Seas Voyager and Seven Seas Mariner are sister ships, all suite, all balcony, 700 guests. And then we have our Seven Seas Navigator, which is 490 guests. It's 90% balcony. The other 10% are full windows, so they go actually from the floor to the ceiling. And I'll tell you, a lot of folks are still sailing on our Navigator because of that space ratio. You're 490 guests. It's really pretty intimate, and you're able to, you know, have plenty of space, and it has all the amenities that you could ask for. So we'll show a couple of pictures here. Our Seven Seas Splendor. This is the atrium. As you can see, just a light motif. Chandelier is just incredible in person. The pictures can't do it justice. Our coffee connection. Our coffee connection is something that we've really expanded on all of our ships, but it's a place to come in the morning. We do have newspapers. We have obviously coffee. It's called Coffee Connection, but we'll have like little danishes as well as you know, different croissants and things like that. It's just a really nice place when you're getting your day started to come and just sit down and relax. Our Culinary Arts Kitchen, we do actually have on board culinary arts classes. Those are at additional cost. Those are right around $250 per person, but included with that, you're going to learn how to, you know, cook a top dish from one of our chefs. They're also going to include with that a recipe book. You also get a chef's hat and then also an apron. These are very popular. I myself took a barbecue class and was not sure how bad of a barbecuer I was until I learned how to do it correctly. And these are just phenomenal. I would definitely recommend. Onboard life, I mean, we have activities for everything. You know, you can definitely, in your morning passages, there's so many things going on board. Just making sure that everyone has enriching, engaging onboard activities. We'll have enrichment lecturers. We have the different activities on board that you can participate in. And one good thing that I want to talk about is that all of our public venues are open. So we do have our theater open. We do have our lounges are open. We are doing activities. We are operating just like we were in 2019 before the pandemic hit. This is wide open, and we're back at this point. Open seating dining. So you are able to go to our Compass Rose at any time during the meal time, and you can go ahead and have a seat. It's just like you going into a restaurant. Especially restaurants, They do have tables for 2, and everything's been distanced out in those. We actually did take a couple tables out to make sure that we have plenty of room. Casual indoor, outdoor dining options, law veranda, pool grill. You are able to eat outside. And then in the dining rooms as well, there are plenty of windows that you actually are able to see out. A lot of folks who ask me, can I watch the horizon while I'm eating? And they definitely can. And then in-suite dining. Maybe you want to stay in for a night. Maybe you did too many of those shore excursions. The in-suite dining is actually done from our Compass Rose restaurant, so it is exactly what you would get in our main dining room. Here we go. So this is on the Splendor. This is our Prime 7 restaurant. This is a steakhouse. And I'm from the Midwest area, and I can tell you that these compare to any steak I've ever had. Your top steakhouses, in the Kansas City area, the Omaha area, Texas. I think people in the Midwest understand how to eat a steak. So, definitely this definitely does compare, as you can see. Definitely spaced out, so folks are able to enjoy their meal. The pool grill, which is outside. That pool grill is a great place for lunch, breakfast in the morning, but at night we actually did start opening it up, and folks are really enjoying that on those really nice evenings, sailing, and able to just go out and enjoy themselves as well. So, dining in the suite that we talked about, you're able to have them, they can serve that either all at once, or they can actually bring in by course. They'll go course by course, which is a pretty exciting, once you do it once, it is pretty exciting to be able to do. The only pass with that is that you do need to open the door for them on each one, but it is really incredible to be served course by course. So we'll get to our spacious suite. We'll start out with our Regent Suite. This is 4,342 square feet. This is, by multiple accounts, the nicest suite at sea. Been ranked by every magazine, Condé Nast, World Traveler. Every magazine's really, anybody who's ever seen this suite will understand. Like I said, it's over 4,000 square feet. You have your own personal spa. You have your own personal bar, and a bartender will actually come in to serve. And this is something. The bedroom, that king size bed is actually $10,000, or no, I'm sorry, $15,000 on this one. They spent a little more on the Splendor versus the Explorer. Obviously, you can see just the great, decorations and everything. This is the bathroom, which I always tell people, I really have no clue how you could have a bathroom that, looks any better than this. This is just incredible. Like I say, this is a Splendor suite, so we are actually going down a couple categories for this one. But as you'll see, this is the sitting area of the Splendor suite. The bedroom is actually walled off with a door, so you're able to enjoy the suite. This is our Penthouse Suites. Once again, you see the doors that actually will close between the bedroom and the in the sitting area. This is our Superior Suite, which is right below our penthouse. And if you notice, this bed, the foot of the bed actually faces towards the window. So you're able to watch the sea go by if you open your curtains and actually see that. So it's a little bit different design. Some folks have some issues with sailing backwards or forward. And, this is just another alternative. This is our Superior and Concierge Suite bathrooms. As you can see, marble appointed. It's very bright. You do have your shower and tub combination. This is our Deluxe Miranda Suite. So this is actually your lead-in category on the Splendor. As you can see, very spacious. Still does have the separate sitting area. It's just going to be curtains that actually separate it. Your bathroom on the veranda and the Deluxe Veranda bathroom, still plenty of room, still very beautiful. This is, like I say, this is the bottom of the ship here. This is as bad as it gets. So a lot of folks will ask, where do you guys go? Where do you travel? 450 worldwide destinations. We are obviously worldwide. We are going to any and all destinations. One thing that we have found with our guests is that, you know, what they're looking for is that destination that they have not been able to go to. We are really good with bucket lists, you know, and finding that place on the bucket list that folks want to travel. So we do have our Voyage Collection, our newest Voyage Collection's out, and it's March of 2023 through May of 2024. Seems like a long time, but, you know, with the discerning traveler, I believe that, you know, you are planning out multiple years in advance. It's, you know, the ability to do that is very important to us, that, you know, you can actually make your plans multiple years. You know, short side, you still have the unlimited shore excursions. We have actually started new small group and private shore opportunities. And that's going to be, so the small groups will actually be the shore excursions that we usually offer in general, and it actually will just be your group. So that came into one of the things that we heard from guests was, you know, large group of people all do the same shore excursion, and then you have 2 to 4 people who don't know them, and it's just kind of uncomfortable at that point. Most folks are great, but, you know, it's just nice to be able to, when you do have a group like that, to have your own personal private guide and drivers. And we also do that on pre and post land programs as well. So just kind of a different opportunity that we're doing. So really important. This is for cruise holidays. We are joining. They're doing a hosted. Mark and Mimi are hosting one of our 2022 itineraries. As you can see, it's London to Copenhagen. They're working right now. We're working on one of those private pre-excursions that we just talked about, land programs. But you see, it starts in London. We're going to Skagen, Denmark, which is actually a new port for us, Oslo. And then Mark has shared with me actually that Latvia will make his 104th different country he's visited. There's that bucket list that we talked about. Even folks that, you know, work in the industry are still, you know, crossing things off. Estonia, you have 2 days in St. Petersburg, which is one of the best cities in the world. The beauty is just phenomenal, and it's very enjoyable. They're working on private shore excursion there. Helsinki in Finland, Stockholm, and then Visby. Visby is a small island actually right off of Stockholm that a lot of European, you know, people with wealth, they vacation there, and it is just a phenomenal area, just beautiful. The houses, the yachts, the whole area of Visby is just so beautiful. So that's really a treat. And then ending in Copenhagen. Here's some pictures actually. The Winter Palace on the bottom there, just incredible. So pricing wise, we talked about, and this is on our Splendor, so it's the newest ship. Miranda Suites are starting at $13,599. Deluxe Miranda, $13,899. That goes up a little bit. You get into our Concierge Suite, $16,099, and then going up to our Penthouse, $20,599. This is pricing per person based on double occupancy. Other cabin categories are available, obviously, but we just want to give you an idea. 15% of total fare at the time of booking deposit, and then the final payment is on March the 25th. There's also an exclusive bonus for Concierge Suites and higher. There's the one-night pre-cruise hotel package, and that's going to be August 6th. If we do work out that other plan, obviously you will still be able to join that. And then there's a $400 shipboard credit per suite, and our secondary air gateway is waived. So out of Kansas City, that there's a secondary air upcharge of $249 per person. That is actually waived on this group. Other special offers, not on that specific cruise. We do have Caribbean and Mediterranean voyages that we're offering a $500 shipboard credit. Those are going to be towards the end of this year, beginning of next year, and then into the second quarter of next year. Kids sale for $999. That's going to be in Alaska and Europe voyages throughout 2022. Those are going to be select, but it is the majority. Solo traveling, we have as low as 25% on single voyages, and all these can be found on our website or obviously through your agent, who is a great partner with us. And then we are offering a special with after this webinar, depending on when you are listening to it. It is for the next 2 weeks, but after that, we always have different things that we're doing with cruise holidays. So really appreciate your time, really appreciate you listening, and come on to Regent.